Since we can't fly, sailing is the second best option now. Finally, the travel ban is lifted for cruises to nowhere, so we booked for Genting Dream Cruise. We were stuck for almost a year without traveling out of the country. Due to COVID-19 situation, every passenger has to go through COVID-19 tests before boarding and after alighting from the cruise ship. To be frank, I was a little bit nervous when doing the swab test, but it turned out nothing dramatic. Just a little ticklish when the swab extending into my nose. Well, you feel a little bit itchy when the staff made a few gentle twirls inside your nose. It was only a few second test. Once you're done with your test, you were directed to sit to the other side and wait for your result. The whole process is very smooth and almost no waiting time. Once we check in, we were given a pink contact tracing token and was asked to carry at all times when we are on board. If we lost the pink token, we have to pay a charge of $25. There is also another plastic card given to each of us, which acts as a room key card, ID card, and payment card in the cruise. We also need to scan the card almost everywhere when we entering the restaurant, theater, gym, casino, and pools, and outdoor facilities. You can also scan the card for purchasing drinks, wine or cocktails, food, and restaurants that are not included in the package. Around 2 p.m., we were called to board the cruise in batches. Our room is located on deck 13, which is the highest deck for guest rooms, I believed. The room we booked for is for 3 to 4 people. It has a queen-size thick bedding and a double sofa bed at the side. Oh, I can tell you, I'm so impressed with the room, as it is pretty big and quite spacious compared to the Star Cruise we went on 10 years ago. Star Cruise was pretty narrow, small, and it's actually like a refugee den. It was a horror for us. Well, the bathroom is clean. It has 2 basins. Wow, 2 basins, not just one, you know. And a bathtub. Wow, a bathtub in the cruise, in the room. Well, that's luxury, you know. And a shower with a glass door to block away water from splashing out. Now let's talk about dining, one of the most important things in the cruise ship. The ship has more than 35 international dining and bar concepts with few specialty restaurants that are Western Seafood Grill, Prime Steakhouse, the Silk Road Chinese restaurants, and Japanese Umiuma Teppanyaki. First, we explore the inclusive restaurants, the Lido, which is located on the same floor as the swimming pool. Scan your card at the reception, then the staff will assign you a number written on a small piece of paper. Go look for your table. With so many inclusive restaurants, my favorite would be the Lido. Simply, the food range is abundant, and most importantly, you are overlooking the sea. All the tables are overlooking the sea view. Guests are not allowed to touch the food from the buffet bar. All food is served by the staff behind the buffet bar. Tell them what you need and they will put the food on your plate. The same goes for the drinks. There is a staff pressing different flavors of juices from the machines the whole day. The food range in the Lido is basically an international buffet, a wide range of Malay, Chinese, Indian, and Western corner. Now deck 16 and 18 are for the outdoor activities. Passengers are required to wear masks on board and pre-book to get into entertainment facilities because there are capacity limits for each venue. Next, we explore Chinese Dream Dining, which is another inclusive restaurant in the cruise ship. Well, you know what? Only 26 people are allowed in the swimming pool at any one time. So, go book your time slot immediately once you board on the cruise to secure a good time slot. There is another highlight, the bar 360 degree. The bar sits near the casino. Very impressive as the 3-story 360-degree lounge gives everyone a view of the live entertainment from any angle. If you drink a lot of alcohol, then you may want to consider getting the beverage package. There are 3 beverage packages allowing you to enjoy a choice of unlimited wines, special brew coffee, tea, soft drinks, juices, or bottled water throughout the whole cruise. You are not allowed to bring your own alcohol drinks on board. We did not go for the package as we aren't good drinker at all, but we still try to order once from the bar and the price is just reasonable, just less than Singapore $20 for a cocktail. Things sold at the bar are at a reasonable price, not highly charged at all. There is no chance to go hungry when you're on the cruise. The Blue Lagoon open 24 hours, offering a casual local menu such as noodles, fried rice, and dim sum. Well, you do have to pay for the meal. Blue Lagoon sits near the casino. It's for those gamblers who do not want to walk over to Lido or other restaurants. They can just sit and eat at the Blue Lagoon. It's convenient for the gambler to fill their stomach and go back to gambling. So fast, it's day 2 now. On day 2, we work out early, no wasting time, okay? To watch the sunrise from the sea. You can even do it in front of your balcony. Dream Cruise only started their operations a few weeks before our departure. We were not the first batch of people who traveled. It actually restarts operations in November 2020. The 2 and 3 nights cruises to nowhere are called Super Seacation, are for Singaporeans residents only. The good thing about cruising is it combines the best of all-inclusive resort and touring in one. Main dining meals, eat all you want. Accommodation, activities, and entertainment are all included in your fare. It is just like a floating resort that brings you to nowhere. In my case, since it is cruise to nowhere. The rope course will be one of the highlights in the ship. The one that I was trying out was only the preparations for the real rope course. The rope course sits on the top. It has 32 obstacles to get through, and you will finish out with oversea zip line. Wow, look what we have found. We discovered a huge basketball court. We booked Dream Cruise from Genting Group. It's a 3-day, 2-night cruise. Luckily, Dream Cruise is pretty new cruise ship that was only started operating at the end of 2017. So it was only used for a little more than 2 years. Dream Cruise is built for the China and Asia market. In the elevator lifts, you hear 3 languages spoken: Mandarin, Cantonese, and English. Many of the performances are also conducted in English and Chinese. The total capacity of Dream Cruise is 3,400 passengers, and the number of crews is about 2,000. There are in total 18 decks. Due to COVID-19, Dream Cruise only take in half of the guests, but we only have 800 guests on board. How lucky! So, there is no queue everywhere we went. Dining is always smooth and full of food, and the same goes with entertainment and water slide park. Ho ho! I spotted a huge cargo sailing past us, probably carrying my Taobao purchase. Yeah! Rock climbing was my first time, and it is only 7 meters high. You need to have your own socks, so do remember to bring a pair of socks. But shoes will be given. All safety equipment is sanitized after use. You saw the staff spray generously on the shoes, helmet, and the safety harness after use. For the jacuzzi, only 2 persons in the pool at one time. 4 jacuzzis at each corner in total, surrounding the big pool. The open slide painted in orange is for beginners like me. Once you are familiar with the ride, go try faster water slides. Woohoo! The mega ship has 6 slides in total. 2 are very steep slides, almost 90 degrees for thrill seekers, and 3 fun slides with different designs which gives you different surprises. These water slides are for all ages, so unleash your inner child and play along.
Shake and sweep and shake, change, swoop and sweep and shake, change, swoop, and shake, change.
There are quite a lot of activities to join in the cruise ship. In the evening, we went for a cocktail before our dinner at the bar. And we saw people learning cha-cha dance. At night, what can you do? Well, you can book the mahjong table and play till 12 a.m. The second night, we explore Western style dining, which is another inclusive restaurants. As mentioned, there are so many activities to join in the cruise ship, and you will never get bored. we happened to join a line dance conducted by Dazzle Trio. The songs used were fairly popular and classic. The steps are pretty simple and easy to pick up. Just join in without any pressure and you get to learn some basic steps of line dancing. Further steps was also taken by the crews. Over 40 cruise ambassadors in dark blue polo shirts are seen walking around the cruise ship to ensure guests keep their distance from one another. There was a time that I had forgotten my mask after eating and went to get my dessert. Immediately, I was being called out. Ma'am, your mask, your mask. I'm sorry. I rushed back to get my mask on. Since it was the Christmas season, a musical production with acrobatic elves, Santas, beautiful ladies, and handsome fit guys performed the 45-minute show. This group of talented artists were from Ukraine. Well, I can tell you the girls are so beautiful and the guys are so tall and handsome and so fit. You will see how professional they are. This is really a world standard class show. After the show, we rushed to the light and sound show near the swimming pool. It wasn't as big as the one we saw elsewhere, but it is still good enough to light up the atmosphere in the cruise. This couple is called Twice as Nice. They are coming all the way from Las Vegas. They are not only singing English songs but also sing Shanghai Beach, Xianghai Tan, and other songs from Teresa Teng such as 月亮代表我的心. There are Wesley and Shelley. The guy has a great voice and a nice mustache. You may bump into them at the Lido buffet during the meal hours. This stands out. Finally, we have to check out. Do remember to pay your tax before you check out the cruise ship at the lobby located on Deck 7. On the day of checkout after payment, please go back to your room and wait for the announcement. Still, there will be someone knocking on your door when it is your turn. We are on Deck 13, so checking out at around 9 a.m. It's just 20 minutes to alight from the cruise ship and go through the immigration. Then, you still need to go for another COVID test. You can go home without waiting for the test result. They will only notify you if you have contracted COVID-19. With fewer guests, we enjoy the greater space on this mega ship. Still, everyone is wearing a mask at all times, and there are automatic hand washing stations in front of the restaurants. We feel quite safe and relaxed since everyone has done the COVID-19 test before on board. Well, I hope my experience will be useful for your future travel. Enjoy your holiday! Ta-ta!